Welcome back to the show, everybody. We have had a scheduling time conflict, a miscommunication with Kelly Rudy, so he's rescheduling, but that's okay. We got enough to cover here. Guys, can you put up the second last comment on the Facebook wall? It's from Mike Kelly, former Blue Bombers head coach, Eskimos coach, Eagles quarterbacks coach, Mike Kelly. Regarding the CFL, he said the league has been operating beyond its means for a long time. Complete restructuring of the salary management system, including coaching staff structure along with football operations. Painful self-awareness and decisions must be made. Too bad it always takes catastrophic experiences to call for action in all aspects of life. Thank you, Coach Kelly, joining us from Florida, just inside the Atlantic coast. I looked up where he lives. Looks beautiful. I'm not confident that they're going to do it, however. I mean, I guess you got to hit rock bottom before the recovery process hits. And if the CFL plays in 2020, what impetus is there to change anything that they do? The guys at the top that are making all the money are going to make the decisions on the restructuring. So why would they give themselves pay cuts? Doesn't usually work that way. Not that I've seen.
No, not until it hits rock bottom and the money's not there to pay themselves.
Right. So, hey, as we sit here today, we don't know where this is going to go. And I'll pick up with more on that in a moment. But first, a sports update. The NFL has offered to scrap all preseason games, says a source. The Players Association had sought no preseason games, and the league had reduced the exhibition schedule to 2 games as it was. But on Monday evening, the NFL said it would eliminate those preseason contests and would also offer players 18 days for acclimation, up from 7 days. Another part of the offer is to provide a means for players concerned about participating in training camp and or games to opt out and receive a stipend. The union has not accepted the offers. Should it do so, both sides would have taken a major step towards starting the season on time. See what I was saying about that?
Yeah.
I don't understand how wiping out all the preseason games is a major step to starting on time, but I'm going to take you at your word, Associated Press. Meanwhile, New York Rangers forward Brendan Lemieux has been suspended by the NHL for the first 2 games of the team's preliminary round series against Carolina because of an illegal check that injured Colorado forward Jonas Donskoy in March. And Mauricio Pereira's goal midway through the second half gave Orlando City a 1-1 draw with the Philadelphia Union Monday night in the top spot out of Group A in the MLS's back tournament in Orlando. Orlando and Philadelphia each finished with 2 wins and a draw in the group stage. And as our soccer aficionado out in the West Coast, Simon Fudge has been pointing out multiple times, Saskatoon product Thomas Haskell is now playing for the Vancouver Whitecaps.
Oh, yeah.
Believed to be the first pro soccer player from Saskatchewan. Am I right? I believe he is.
Brett Levi's, did he ever get in?
Hey, it sounds good. As far as we know, it is.
It does sound good.
Thomas Haskell playing for the Vancouver Whitecaps, and he's in goal. He came in the other night in injury relief, so reason to watch the MLS's back tourney. This sports update for Ballers Rec Room, Saskatchewan's newest entertainment destination. Our arcade games and batting cages are officially open. No reservations necessary. And for Red Bull Canada, Red Bull gives you wings. Everything's happening. I feel like Bob Cole here.
I know.
Everything is happening. We're getting reports that, is it Sportsnet? Somebody's reporting this morning that CFL players have been given the option to opt out of the 2020 season. I guess Speedy B, Brandon Banks, is going to take it. Are we really surprised by that? I'm not surprised by that at all. As a matter of fact, I think we said this a few months ago. I literally said the league's going to say, listen, guys, we're going to play. If you don't want to play under these terms, we're not going to hold it against you. And we won't even burn up a year of your contract. That's what it sounds exactly like they're doing. This is another major step to return to play for the Canadian Football League. Who didn't see it coming?
No, it is. And they're doing it in hockey. They're doing it in other sports.
Yes.
If you decide to opt out, you won't be penalized for deciding to opt out. You won't lose anything. But we'll give you that opportunity because this is very unprecedented for sure. And I like that. I think you have to give the players that option to opt out or stay in and accommodate the players for the ones who want to play and accommodate the players for the ones who don't. I like it a lot.
I'll say it again. My gut tells me the CFL is going to play in 2020. My head says that it's not.
But you got to be careful, though, as a player, because if you're, I mean, I'm just going to think about the Riders, Kyran Moore. And he's a good player. He's not going to lose his spot. He shouldn't. But if you're a player who's got a spot on a team, a slot back, you decide to take the year off, and a Carlos Sanderson or a Paul McRoberts gets that opportunity and lights the world on fire, he might have earned your spot. Just like losing your spot to injury, right?
And this is more football than hockey. I mean, I always say that I'm fluent in both of Canada's official sports languages, football and hockey. But I think hockey players would be more willing to opt out. A, the money isn't a real concern for them. B, they're a little more confident in their position, smaller roster size. Football players always worried about the guy over their shoulder. So I don't think many guys are going to opt out. Secondly, don't put your mind in the mind of a 20-something pro football player or hopeful. What is your dream job? Let's say it's NFL announcer.
Sure.
Okay, broadcaster. Hey, Darren.
Yes.
Would you be interested in coming down to the States just over a 6-week period and broadcasting NFL games? We're only going to pay you $5 a day, but for 6 weeks, and we're going to put you up at a hotel and give you all the meals you want and free cable and Wi-Fi. Will you do it?
Can I lock it into a longer term than that?
No, it's just for this year. Will you do it?
Of course I'm going.
Boom.
Of course.
What's the difference with players? Nothing.
You're right.
And I'm sorry, man. I got 4 kids to feed, and I got a wife, and I got a mortgage. Sucks to be you. We're moving on.
And that's
kind of what I believe is going on here.
But we know what that business is like. And so I can relate a lot to the struggle that's going on with the veteran players. Because as a veteran broadcaster, if somebody comes to me and let's say, it's junior hockey or it's Canada West football or it's, the CFL or, other things that we've covered, and they said, you want to do this for $5? I'm like, no. I'm worth more than that. I've been around this for a lot longer. I'm not doing that for $100. Like, you got to come to the table and meet my salary. I'll take a small cut because we're in a pandemic. I understand that.
Welcome to my world.
But
won't you come on in?
But we got to
continue.
But we got to understand too that, man, if that young guy comes in and takes the shot because I'm not getting paid my rate, and he kills it, my phone might not ring again. Because we're all working game to game on contracts, and the CFL contracts are 1 year, 2 years. And man, if that guy comes in for $65,000 and lights the world on fire, there's no way they're going to pay me $200.
Yep.
So I understand what the veterans are going through.
This is where we are, and this is why I think the players are going to vote to play. This is why my gut's telling me they are going to play, but my head's saying, can they feasibly pull this off financially? Can they get the Americans into Canada? Can they get the proper paperwork? Can they get the testing done? That's the rub. Yeah. Viewer takeover next. It's always so much fun. Prairie Mobile text line, the Facebook wall. We'll be right back, and you decide what we talk about. It's the RP Show you're watching across North America on Game Plus TV and listening and watching around the world on the Rod Pedersen Broadcasting Network.
You're watching Rod Pedersen On Demand. For more of The Rod Pedersen Show, visit rodpedersen.com or follow Rod Pedersen on social media.